Hey, 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 guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Casey Eberhart here in Los Angeles, California. I am very happy to be home. I just got back from London. I just got back literally like 2 days ago from London, England, where I had an absolute unbelievable blast. Speaking out with a group that is, it was a fun group, I got to tell you. And I'll tell you about the, well, I won't tell you too much about the event, but I will say this. Tim Gillette, welcome, welcome, welcome. My arms are tired. I was like this. I was like a Boeing Dreamliner. Tim, thank you. That's hilarious, actually. Tommy, welcome. Appreciate you being here. So you guys, check this out. Hey, Deanne, what up? I got you on my Marco Polo. I'm still learning that whole thing. I haven't quite figured out the Marco Polo. Rusty Hammer, oh my gosh, Rusty, you and I have got to talk. You guys, Rusty has a product coming out. He's launching on Amazon tomorrow morning, I believe. It's tomorrow morning, so connect with him. You're going to love it. Earl Mann, oh my gosh, what's happening, boss? Excited to have you here. Edian, back to you, sorry. If you guys aren't on Marco Polo, I'm having a blast with this app, Marco Polo. It's kind of cool. So let's see what I was going to say. Rusty, it was actually really funny. I was just reading that whole long stream of comments on your Facebook page. It was actually hilarious. I was laughing my ass off. Bill, welcome. Kirk, welcome. Julie, welcome, welcome. Okay, boy, all of a sudden, like tons of people are on here, you guys. Okay, so check this out. Okay, I got to admit something to you. I have had many people over the last 10 years talk to me about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all different kinds of cryptocurrencies. And I got to tell you, didn't understand any of it. So my default was, it's got to be a scam. Or my default was, the government's not going to like it. Or my default was, stick to shit you know. I mean, stuff you know. Sorry, Karen Glasser, I saw Karen Glasser join and I went from stuff to shit in like 2 seconds. So, and now Karen's looking at me and she's shaking her head going, what? By the way, you guys, Karen has an amazing movement called The Little White Lie. I was blessed and honored to have been asked to be a part of their premiere issue of their digital magazine. And Karen, I'm sure we'll put it in the comment section here. It was a fun little interview to do. Karen is phenomenal in what she does. And she'll put the link in there. You guys go download a copy of this magazine. It's got some unbelievable women in it. I think I'm the only dude in the magazine, but she's created a fantastic movement of absolutely amazing, amazing folks. So Karen, drop the deal in the comments so people can download the magazine. Rusty, if you've got your Amazon link, drop it in there. Or I know you're going live tomorrow, so drop it in here tomorrow, and we'll all go buy the flashlight for sure. You guys want to help, by the way, when I say somebody's launching or a friend of mine is launching something on Amazon, it really helps if we all as a community go and buy that product up front, because the way Amazon works is the more people that buy it in a short amount of time, the higher it raises. So anytime you have a friend that's launching a product on Amazon, especially if they use the word launch, please go buy it. It will really help them out in the rankings. And so Rusty's been working his ass off, putting this product together, and you guys we should all go buy it tomorrow. I know I'm going to go buy a bunch of them tomorrow because. Okay, so Karen just put the little white lie bit.ly link in here. So go download the magazine. It'll be awesome. So, okay. Sean and Carmen, oh my gosh, you're going to laugh at this. I was actually in London with Benita this past weekend. It was hilarious. So we had an absolute blast. Simon, welcome. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Okay, so all of this digression, I didn't mean to ramble on for 4 minutes. I'm super fired up by it. So, okay, so check this out. So this past weekend, I was out in London, England. I was speaking for a cryptocurrency company, okay, and I knew nothing about it, so I kind of, yeah, total squirrel. I've got like all kinds of stuff going. I don't know why I feel like super hyper. This is the problem. So some of you know I'm taking my health back, and I'm drinking this new product that puts me into ketosis every in an hour. And one of the things that it does is by putting me into ketosis, it gives me way more energy. And yeah, so here we are. Oh my gosh, Ryan Durda just joined us. Ryan just got back from, I think it was Florida. Ryan is with a company called World Ventures. They've got amazing travel opportunities and clubs and fun stuff. So if you're into travel, you guys connect up with Ryan. He'll put a link in there. Go check him out. He's awesome. So okay, there's your plug, Ryan. Appreciate it. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Edie Ann, if you guys, so here's the deal. Every once in a while, Vegas. I thought it was Florida. I don't know why I'm crazy. So, Edie Ann, you guys, is part of Sensi, which is a fantastic warmer that you can put. I don't want to call it wax because I know it's not wax, but you put these little cubes in this little like warmer thing, and it makes your house smell amazing. If I was a real estate agent or I knew anybody in the real estate world, I would absolutely connect with her and get these things and put vanilla or chocolate chip in it. So when you're doing an open house, the house smells amazing. You sell the house, you make gazillions of money. I run one in my house. You run out of anything, she is your woman. So you definitely want to connect up with her. Sadiq, what is happening, brother? I haven't talked to you in forever. You and I got to reconnect as well. So Danny, welcome. John, welcome. Okay, I got to get back on topic here. I'm going to lose my mind. So, okay. So here's the deal. I've heard about cryptocurrency. I've heard about Bitcoin. I have several friends that have sworn by it. And nobody I've ever known has ever been able to tell me that they've lost money in it. The couple of times I have heard about people investing in cryptocurrency that have said they've lost money, they've never actually invested in the cryptocurrency itself. It's always been some third-party platform or a network marketing company that promotes it, so on and so forth. Now, I've got a buddy of mine. It is Danny. It is called a fork, as I now know, and that's where it'll split. But more on that in a second. So, here's the scoop. I spoke at this event, and I'm around all these people that are making literally millions of dollars. Oh my gosh, Chris Farmer in the house, buddy. What's happening, dude? So I hear all these people making millions and millions of dollars in cryptocurrency, and I'm like, okay. This at least warrants a little bit of brain power checking it out. Okay, so I went to a buddy of mine who I know who lives out in Vegas. I know tons of people that are really into this. But the guy that was with me out in London, he and I were talking, and he started showing me on his phone and on his computer, kind of giving me the overview of the cryptocurrency world, if you will. Now, on my way to London on the flight, I watched a documentary, I think it was just called Bitcoin, or The Rise of Bitcoin or something, okay? So, oh gosh, Mike Roy, I think, is totally involved in this. So, there's a documentary out called Bitcoin. I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you don't know anything about it. It's worth 90 minutes of your time just so you can kind of have an idea of what the hell people are talking about when they hear Bitcoin, okay? So I watched this documentary. I go over to London. I speak at this event. I'm around all these people. All they talked was cryptocurrency, like the whole thing. It was Bitcoin Bonanza, right? Oh, that'd actually be a name of a great club or something. So we get done with the event, and so I decided that I was going to try it. I was going to put a little money in it, see, and I've always felt that Bitcoin, the big problem with Bitcoin was that nobody knew how to use it. Right? So how do I pay my phone bill with it? Or how do I pay my rent with it? I don't have a mortgage. How do I pay my mortgage with it? Or my car insurance? Or how does that all work? And so my friend was talking about, oh, well, I've got a debit card, and that debit card just swipes and it spends on Bitcoin. I was like, okay, well, that just solves the major problem that Bitcoin has had for many, many years. So then I start looking, and the price of this thing is going up and up and up and up and up. So far this year, it's up like 800 and some odd %. So I remember my brother talking to me about this literally years ago, and it was like a couple of bucks a coin. It just hit over $7,000 today. So, anywho, here's the deal. I accepted a payment for a keynote speaking event in Bitcoin today. Okay, so I don't know whether I am crazy or I don't know if I'm a genius, but I accepted as payment Bitcoin. Here is the interesting thing. In the time that I accepted the payment to right before we did this video, the price of Bitcoin had gone up, and I had already, the value of my Bitcoin had gone up, I think, 4%. Now, That doesn't sound like a whole lot, and it sounds a little bit risky, but here's how I think about this. That 4% is 40 years worth of that same money being put in a bank account. Okay? So, yeah, Adrian. So Adrian says, I would totally speak for Bitcoin. That's where I'm saving for her house. She's going to hit 10 grand by the end of the year. Okay? So here's the deal. I started reading voraciously. I don't know if that's the right word, but I know more about cryptocurrency, I think, now after the last 3 days of, I literally didn't sleep for the last 3 days. I'm studying this stuff. I'm learning it. It's either going to be the biggest investment, the best investment in the history of mankind, or it's the dumbest, right? And I've watched some webinars, and I gotta say, unless there's something that I don't see, I don't know how it ultimately goes away. Because the whole premise of is it completely decentralizes the currency. So I accepted it. The promoter said, hey, I see that you've been talking about cryptocurrency. I see that you've been learning it. Why don't I just pay you your fee? Why don't I just pay you your fee in Bitcoin? I was like, okay. So that's what I did. I opened up a little trading account, and so I thought I would just jump on here. And here's kind of my thought. My thought is, I don't know if any of you are as crypto babies as I am or was before this past trip, but I want to play around with it. I want to learn more about it. And so if you have some experience, I want to hear your experience. What I'm not interested in is opinions from people that don't have any actual experience in it. So if you've read some stuff and you think it's a scam, love you to death, not really interested in your opinion. If you have tried to buy and sell cryptocurrency, or you've joined something that's part of cryptocurrency, or you're part of a club or a membership, that I want to hear about. If you've had experience with it. So I opened an account on Coinbase, which I guess is like the training wheels of it. There are multiple cryptocurrencies. My friend John out in Las Vegas actually is the owner of cryptocurrency. I'm going to try to get him to do some interviews and some conversations with me about the whole concept. But here is my thought. I run a high-level business coaching, training, mastermind accountability program here in Los Angeles. We've got members from all over the world. And whenever it comes to payment time, there's people that have been outside the country that have wanted to join the program. And it's always a challenge because we got to deal with credit cards and foreign credit cards and all that kind of jazz. So I am going to start accepting Bitcoin for my coaching program. Now, again, I'm going to put this in the category of the jury's still out whether or not it's a great investment or not. But in everything that I've read, all of the people that claim it's a scam and all this jazz, I get that. I think there's a relevant point of view, but I never feel like those folks that are giving their opinion are basing it on anything other than just pie in the sky thoughts, right? So I would love if you have some experience with some sort of cryptocurrency, whether you've joined a program, you have invested in cryptocurrency, you've got a good book that you've read or a good movie that you've seen or something, I would love to learn from you. I would love to learn. Now, here is what I do know. I do know that next week, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which is the biggest futures exchange, where they trade corn and oil and soybeans and wheat and kind of commodities, starting next week, the CME is going to be trading futures of Bitcoin on the CME. Now, on the same side of that, one of the big bank CEOs came out and said it's a total scam, right? So I just think that the world, as we move the world closer to a one kind of economy, something like a cryptocurrency has the ability to take on and take out all of these governments that are trying to have control over privacy. Now, again, I'm not advocating Bitcoin. I'm not saying Bitcoin. I'm just saying, I'm sharing with you guys what I did. My thinking is I'm going to accept Bitcoin for my mastermind program. So we'll see. I just think there's a lot of people that have some Bitcoin out there that probably need some coaching, some business coaching, some training. And I think I think it might be a good extra way to help separate our program from the rest. But I'd love your thoughts on it. I'd love your experiences. I'd love to learn. If you are a cryptocurrency trader or an investor and you want to do an interview, I'd love to interview you. Maybe even put you on a Facebook Live with me, and we'll just chat about it. And I just wanted to check and see what your guys' thoughts were, and maybe we put together a small little group of us that are learning this as we go, so we can trade information and trade concepts. I don't want it to turn into a big "this is a scam, not scam" conversation in a private group like that. If you're going to be in it, let's do that. I'm brand new, literally today. So I hope this was helpful. I don't know if it is or not. I would love your thoughts. Like, again, if you think it's a scam or you think you've been ripped off or whatever, I just want to learn. So anything that you can add to the conversation, drop it in the comments below, and let's see if we can create some conversation around this new kind of concept of cryptocurrency and see over the long run whether it's an amazing thing or crazy making. So with that, you guys, I hope you have an absolutely phenomenal rest of your day. But I wanted to just jump on and just say out loud that I either made a really great move today or I might have made a little bit of a debacle. So with that, you guys, have a great day. We'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.